Gonna rise and fall, sugar. You gonna rise and fall, baby. When it ain't on the dollar, you gonna rise and fall. Well,
we've been living in the hellhole. System failed, this is jail though. If I'm an underground rapper nigga, then it's the Underground Railroad. You could tell those strapped up like Velcro. It was never easy just to play a Black Mirror role, nigga, cause the strip been hot like Melrose. If shorty hot, she can strip till her shell toes. If she give it to me, then she blow like I'ma sell those. Girl, I got the full package, you can mail those. They gave me hell, I inhaled those.
All right. That was The Sweetest Girl. It's a compelling and provocative love story set in Haiti. I'm Jonathan de Souvray. I'm the co-writer and producer of The Sweetest Girl. It's about a loving marriage of 25 years that comes to a deadly end when a husband is compelled to tell his wife his most heart-shattering secret. I'm going to pass the mic to Harry, and then Harry will pass the mic to someone else as a member of our casting crew, and Harry will introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Harry Jetty. I'm the co-writer and co-producer of The Sweetest Girl. I'm excited to be here. I'm gonna pass the mic to Genji.
Hello, everybody. My name is Genji Jacques. I'm the lead actor in The Sweetest Girl, and thank you for having me.
Don't forget to pass the mic.
Oh, pass the mic.
Hi, everyone. I'm Phoenix. I play Grayson Goodman. I'm Genji's son in the production, and I'm also very happy to be here.
Awesome. So everyone got a chance to experience The Sweetest Girl, but you all, as you know, as the team, we got a chance to do this film literally a year and a day ago, right? So I'll start with the Phoenix. Phoenix, what was your experience like with making this film? Your character, tell the people.
This was my first short film that I have. This is the first time my first time behind the camera. This is the first time I've had to like actually sit down and do multiple takes of the same thing in preparation for a bigger thing to be created. Normally I do a lot of stage acting. My high school acting teacher, Miss Tracy Barishal, that's actually in the crowd right now. And she knows, she's dealt with me a lot, and she knows that I like what my personality is when it comes to acting. And this was really new for me. I loved every minute of it because it was a glimpse on what I want to do with the rest of my life. It was very, for a lot of it, I was sitting down kind of observing the other actors do their thing. And it was really cool for me to be able to be exposed to someone who was more seasoned, who had directors who had more experience than I have in any capacity. And it was really cool to kind of get to portray this story, especially as someone who isn't super versed in film acting. I thought it was really cool. I had a great time.
Awesome, man. I'm glad you were a part of it. We shot it in the middle of the pandemic, and that was bananas. So, Genji, it's your turn. Yes. We're going to talk some more about the whole process and how we got to this point. But talked about seasoned acting. Phoenix said this is his first, but you've been doing this for a while. And what was your experience like with this?
Yeah, been in the industry for like 15 plus years, and being part of this project was a phenomenal experience. Working with Phoenix and working with your daughter and Sandra, we all had a great time. This story was very compelling. It was very moving, and I believe that due to the fact that it's true, a lot of people out there who probably experienced this type of event or instance in their life, can relate. So it was just really moving. It was really, really great. I'm really awesome. I'm really also very, very proud to be with Jonathan and Harry and everybody. You guys I always big them up because they're professional. When we were going through the COVID process, it was smooth sailing. You made us all feel safe, and it was a great experience. So, and the story is marvelous, and hoping to work with you guys again.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you, Genji, for the kind words. Yes. Harry, you were seasoned because this is my first film as well, just like Phoenix. Tell us how we got to this point, and where do you see us going from there?
I mean, well, yeah, like it's based on your book, your fabulous book. So, The Sweetest Girl, we took a couple excerpts from the author's book, The Goodman Chronicles, Road to Redemption. And from there, we decided we wanted to make a film. We started in March of, was it 2020? We started in March of 2020, right before the COVID pandemic. And we started doing casting, in March of 2020. And so we were doing like real casting, live casting. And eventually we had to really switch because right then the shutdown happened and we had to go from like live casting to virtual casting, which was like, I've had some experience in the film world, but I've never had any experience working during COVID doing virtual casting. So it was a unique experience. It was one of the most, yeah, it was one of the most unique experiences I've ever gone through. And working with Genji, with Sandra, with Phoenix, with, yourself, Samuel, the cast and the crew, Joanne, it was just, it was a blessing. It was a blessing.
It was a blessing of bananas, right? And
Right.
today marks the one anniversary passing away, transitioning of Chadwick Boseman. And so,
Yeah.
how did Chadwick Boseman's spirit how was that his spirit in our filming? Phoenix, I'll start with you. How did you? What did it mean for you when it comes to this particular film?
I kind of have to get a little bit into my goals as an actor to explain this because I personally, my goal is to be in the MCU one day. I want to play Miles Morales. I want to be like that's my goal. And Chadwick Boseman is one of the first. I'm not going to count Blade because Blade was like a super hyper violent like character. Love Blade, don't get me wrong, but when I was a kid, or when I was younger rather, when I saw Black Panthers in theater, I was so hype. That was my favorite movie for years after it came. I love that movie. And Chadwick Boseman was amazing. His performance in Black Panther and in Civil War were some of the things that drove me to even start striving for even higher goals as an actor. I loved seeing him as Black Panther. And once I got on the set of The Sweetest Girl and I started doing my first film, it felt like a huge step. And then what was it? It was the second day of filming or the first day of filming? It was the second day of filming, and that morning I read that he had passed away from pride, and it felt surreal because it didn't feel. If you looked at him from the outside, it didn't look like anything could possibly ever happen to him. He felt like a superhero,
Right.
and I don't know. I felt like after that, I really needed to focus and go as hard as I could to become an actor, so that one day I could live up to the kind of standards that he put down for everybody, every actor, every producer, anybody, and every person of color.
Yeah, his energy on that set sort of affirmed why we were intentional, right, Harry? And Genji, what was your thoughts and your what was your takeaway or your feelings when
I felt that Chad Boswell was an inspiration to all of us as Black people and the Black people in the community. It really touched me. He's truly a king in the entertainment industry and also by heart. He really inspires me to keep going no matter what. Even though that he was going through a sickness, he kept going. Even though that he still had some negative feedback in regards of how he looked while he was going through his sickness, he kept going. And that just tells us that no matter what, don't let anybody or anything to stop you from reaching your goals. Keep moving, keep striving, no matter what, whether you're going through a relationship problem, whether you're going through problems with friends, whether you're going through problems in the job, you have your goals, you have your inspirations, you have your dreams, go after it and never look back.
Never look back. And Harry, we didn't look back. Thank you, Gidget. Right? We only focused on what we could do versus what we couldn't do. Right? And talk about that, Harry. What was some of you as a producer, as a screenwriter, what are some of the obstacles that you encountered, that you overcame, and what are some of the words of wisdom that you give to the audience members who are watching now?
I mean, it's a challenge, regardless of when you shoot a film, when you decide to develop a film, it's always going to be challenges. For us, it was COVID. COVID's probably our biggest challenge. The testing, everybody, just the general fear that was going on of, catching COVID and somebody getting sick on set. So, but beyond that, even in this particular era with, vaccine and everything, there's still going to be challenges on the set. So it just, for me, it gave me the sense that we can overcome anything. if we work together, work as a team, we'll be able to overcome anything. And any like words of wisdom would be just, if you really want to pursue this, pursue it, and don't let anything get in your way.
Great.
Awesome, awesome. I forgot that Sandra was here because I didn't see her camera on. Sandra, you are in the building. Please turn your camera on and talk about your experiences. And I apologize, Sandra. But tell us what got you to encourage to please go. I guess the text is saying go landscape on your phone.
Okay.
And talk about what got you to the film, or what got you interested in the film, your experience shooting the film, and your thoughts on Chadwick Boseman and his addition to your life.
Well, thank you so much. It's truly a pleasure for me to be here. What got me involved in the film, I have to say, is the script. I thought it was so well written, and the subject matter was such a very important subject matter that I felt that the world needed to hear. And it came at a very challenging time when the whole world was experiencing a pandemic. And I thought, what greater time for us to come to self-realization, come together and put forth such an amazing project that shed light on such a very important subject. Now, of course, it was an incredible team. You know, from writing, producers, director, you all did such an amazing job. It was truly a pleasure working with all of you. And during the filming, I know we lost a very, very important actor that inspired so many of us. And it just made us, you know, stop and realize what's more important in life. And this man, the fact that he was suffering the whole time, but yet he kept pushing and kept persevering. So that was very inspiring to me. And it was bittersweet, I'd have to say, but he left so much work behind that's going to inspire us for years to come.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Sandra. Keep your camera on. Keep your camera on. And one of the things that Harry talked about and Genji talked about is the authenticity and the truth of this story, right? So it's inspired by true events. 2 chapters of a book called Revelation Road to Redemption as part of the Goodman Chronicles, where we're right now in the stages of writing the prequel to the story. God willing, we'll be able to either make it a full-length feature film or series, depending on what the audience wants. We'd love to get some questions from the audience if we have. We have about 4 minutes left, but let's give about a few seconds to get some questions from the audience. I don't know how that works. See, are you there? Are you getting any questions at all? Or HHFF Tech. Okay, cool. So once questions will pop it up. I appreciate that. So, but yes, it was inspired by true events. What does that mean? In Haiti, there is a lot going on, right? It's crazy how we talked about this topic of classism, colorism, and a bunch of other isms in the story about love, right?
Yeah.
And so we have a few minutes to talk about the story about love. What your character, Sandra, what was she in search of? Right? What was her truth?
She was in search of love and connection with her husband that she's been married to and had 2 beautiful children with. Like any wife, she wanted to feel loved and feel connected to her husband as well. She also had Haiti on her heart. She was very passionate about Haiti and had this whole inspiration to really want to get the truth out about what's really going on. And even though her life was on the line, so this was a very passionate woman. When it comes to her relationship as well as her career, she was strong, confident, and no matter what it takes, she was going to get down to the bottom of the truth in her relationship and in her career.
I love that. 30 seconds, Genji. Tell us a little bit. I know 30 seconds is not a lot of time, but tell us a little bit about your character and what did you get from
Lucius, of course, was a police officer. He was very stricken by a lot of turmoil. I can say mentally and spiritually by a lot of turmoil. Due to the fact that he had a love connection with his past woman that he had in his heart for so long. Due to the fact that he was stricken by this, he couldn't really express it to his wife. He loved his wife, but he had a strong connection with the girl that he loved in his past, his soulmate. And he was really just trying to find his way through. He's trying to hide as much as possible, but he finds out and sees that his wife is really breaking that shell of security within his mind and his heart. So I kind of see that, just very, how can I say, very structured in his way. He always wanted to protect his family. He also wanted to protect his wife. He didn't want anything to happen to his wife, but also too, it's just his way of protecting himself too. He didn't really want to talk about the past, what was going on with him in his mind, his body, and his soul. So I believe that it was really a struggle. It was really a fight, and he was trying his best to get through it. And it was so funny that, I'm sorry. At the end,
give your social media handles, everybody. Genji, you, and sorry to cut you off early, but the audience is going to watch the movie again to find out more about the characters, or go to your social media handles and tell them. So social media handle, Genji, and Phoenix and Harry and Sandra and what's your social media handle? Genji, how can people find you?
Say it again.
How can people find you online?
Oh, they can go to they can go to Genji the actor, the 7, on Instagram.
Awesome. Phoenix, how can people find you?
My Instagram is very easy. It's I'm Just Phoenix. IMJUSTPHOENIX on Instagram.
Awesome. Harry, how can people find you?
So we're promoting our next film called Flatbush. It's Flatbush OG on Instagram. Thank you.
Awesome. Flatbush OG on Instagram. Sandra, how can people find you?
Sandra Justice on all platforms.
Awesome. So my name is Yanta the Souvre. My handles are Yanta, www.yanatha.com, or at Goodman Chronicles on IG. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. Yeah, we are getting some feedback from somewhere, but we are grateful for the time. Take care.
We've been living in the hellhole. System failed, this is jail though. If I'm an underground rapper nigga, then it's the Underground Railroad. You could tell those strapped up like Velcro. It was never easy just to play a Black Mirror role, nigga, cause the strip been hot like Melrose. If shorty hot, she can strip till her shell toes. If she give it to me, then she blow like I'ma sell those. Girl, I got the full package, you can mail those. They gave me hell, I inhaled those. We been so indoctrinated, you can tell, bro. We helped build this nation just as much as anybody else. I'm just a melanin American on a journey to accumulate wealth. I gotta carry it, Harry and Nat Turner. You really think you getting this slim? Fat burners, you could get it in a minute. This instant fast learner, hard working entrepreneur, cash earner. Gotta do your own research, gotta find yourself, gotta do your own me search. You was born, but you never had a rebirth. Put your shocking, so you gotta roll some weed first. Penal gland just to read verse. Verse is what I had to rehearse. I'm about to cast a mean curse. Just remember, man, this shit can always be worse.
Because of some good, valid reason? No. They're overlooked because of mistaken.
It's gonna get. It's gonna get.